Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are committed to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So I entitled the video, We Told You Black Americans Are Influential Worldwide. Black Americans are known to be outstanding musicians, among other things. Now, because we're good at something, there are those who have a tendency to downplay it and say that's not important. But if they could take credit for it, they would and be proud of it. Anytime you have a product or a gift that impacts the world, it is important, regardless to the fact that your haters and naysayers would like to say, well, no, it's not music. You need to be doctors. No, no. Whatever you do that impacts the world is important. Black Americans have mastered different genres of music, and all of those genres have traveled worldwide, and they help to inform the world of who we are. So I'm proud to share with you some of the ways that Black American music has influenced the world.
Kendrick Lamar is currently trending in Asia right now. His single, Not Like Us, entered the top 100 on the biggest streaming platform in South Korea called Melon. And Kendrick Lamar is currently the #1 trending search on Melon. I want to emphasize how incredibly big of a deal this is and how important it is, because it's very difficult for Western artists, especially Western rap artists, to enter Melon. Melon is usually dominated by either K-pop or trot music. Those are the two biggest genres that a lot of Korean people listen to. So for Kendrick Lamar to enter on the Melon chart, especially at number 71, is a really, really big deal. Kendrick Lamar is not only trending in South Korea, but he's actually trending in Asia. His single Luther is currently #1 in the Philippines right now. He's also trending in Japan right now as well, but Kendrick Lamar is no stranger to the Japanese music chart, Oricon, because his album Damn went #1 on the Japanese music chart back in 2017, and he sold 76,000 copies alone in Japan and was ranked 5th globally. Honestly, Kendrick is going to have to add some Asia dates on there, as he is trending and blowing up in Asia right now with his singles Not Like Us and Luther. And he's trending so much that a lot of netizens in Asia are looking up the lyrics, dissecting the lyrics, learning what his songs actually mean, the lyrics actually mean, and researching it on their own. And I've seen a video where they were playing Not Like Us in the club in South Korea and them just yelling A minor. If I was Drake, I would not leave my house. I would never travel anywhere. You can't even go to Asia. You said you were big in Japan. I don't think so, sir. I don't think so. I would be in the fetal position, crying, throwing up, if I knew that half the world, which is Asia, is now screaming A minor and screaming the lyrics to Not Like Us. Anyway, I love this because Kendrick is bringing us all together with the hatred of Drake. I love it.
So Kendrick Lamar, a Black American rap star, is trending all over Asia. So that says a lot about the popularity of rap music and of Black American artists. Rap music is one of the genres created by Black Americans, even though everybody now is trying to stake a claim to it. But at the very beginning, when nobody liked it or knew what it was Black. But now that it is a worldwide phenomenon, now everybody wants to say now everybody wants to say that they are a part of the foundation of it, and they're wrong as far as I'm concerned. But that's not all. Look at this. This Black American choir, Voices of Fire, performed at the Vatican on September 13th, 2025, during the Grace for the World concert. They delivered powerful performances in St. Peter's Square, showcasing their new album, Ophanim, and captivating the audience with their spiritual harmonies. So this gospel choir incorporated the spirituals in their performance, and they performed at the Vatican. So let that sink in. Voices of Fire is guided by Pharrell Williams' vision and is rooted in the rich tradition of gospel. They delivered an unforgettable set that blended contemporary energy with timeless praise. Each song rang out across the Vatican, echoing through the historic square and lifting hearts heavenward. For many, the concert was more than a performance, it was a spiritual encounter. So that was the impact that gospel music mixed with the spirituals had on the concert goers at the Vatican. And now we go to Europe, to the Scandinavian country of Denmark. And as you can see on the screen, it says, "Oh, happy day, how Denmark became a hotbed of gospel music." I'm going to share part of an article from Photos Travel. It says, imagine a late spring weekend at Copenhagen's famed Tivoli Gardens. The daffodils are just starting to push past their buds, rides are in full swing, and guests are gathered in the amusement park's cafes and green spaces enjoying the bright sun. Suddenly, dozens of robed choir members break out into joyful, exuberant song on the main entertainment stage, performing Stand By Me, Oh Happy Day, and I Saw the Light, with audience members clapping and joining in. While it seems straight out of Sister Act, this surprising scene takes place each year at the Gardens Gospel Festival. Danes have a global reputation for being subtle, reserved, and a bit buttoned up. And Denmark isn't exactly the most devout place on the planet either, with regular church attendance hovering at just 2 to 3%. Despite those facts, Denmark has an active and rousing gospel tradition spanning several decades. While the genre originated in the United States with Black Americans, it's also beloved in the Nordic country. In fact, the capital city, Copenhagen, boasts more than 4 dozen active gospel choirs, each practicing and performing regularly around the region. So even though they don't go to church, they show up for these gospel concerts. So, how did this particular piece of Americana make its way to Denmark, and why did it take root? Turns out it's a tale of great migrations, innovative musicians, and pop culture's mighty global influence. So, this is gospel music originating in the Black churches of America that have traveled all the way to the Scandinavian country of Denmark, where people won't go to church, but they'll go listen to gospel music. How about that? And that brings us back to Asia. And you see a group of well dressed men out here standing in the field, and it says, "Get to know Korean Soul, the gospel band wowing the world." So here is a Korean gospel group that's wowing the world. I've actually listened to some of their songs. They do well. The Koreans sing gospel, they sing the spirituals, they even sing the spirituals. And of course, they do hip hop or rap or whatever is, whatever they're calling it. But this is our music that has traveled the world and is influencing the world. And one thing that I have also noticed here in America, because we know that the impact that our music has had in America, but one thing I'm noticing more and more, and that's white people doing these line dances, even these young white boys. I think that's the healthiest thing that young white men can do. Because white women, they'll be out there trying to dance too. But I'm seeing white men, boys in high school dancing during line dances. See, that's better than them picking up a gun and going to shoot up the grocery store. So I think this is a healthy trend, and I think that we should be very proud of ourselves because this is our creation, and we should never let anybody downplay what we have and try to make us think that it's not significant, that what we have is not important because we did it. And the next thing you know, they'll be doing it and trying to claim it. So we continue to have worldwide influence in music and in other areas too. But today I just focused on music. So pat yourselves on the back because we are all a part of this great culture. Even if we didn't create the music, we supported it, and our spiritual energies went into the creation of these musical genres. So let's pat ourselves on the back. Okay, thank you for listening and have a good evening.